All right, check 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's been a little bit. How's everyone doing? Is this working? Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Giving me a 5 by 5. Been a little bit since we've been in the studio. It's good to be back. We were supposed to have SpaceX launching tonight, so if you don't know, they did scrub that. They're going to try again tomorrow, but yeah, it's my 30th birthday and I had nothing else to do, so I figured we'd jump live. Maybe take a look at this year's 2026 calendars that are now available on the shop, and maybe do some Lego building and just answer some questions and hang out with you guys, the community. I only get to do this because you guys are so incredible and support what we do here. So figured, yeah, just hang out for a bit. Not really a set schedule or anything, but it was this or watch Netflix, and I think you guys seem a lot more fun. So we're excited. My team just found out I'm doing this the same time you guys did. So I'm excited to be here, excited to be with you guys. I see some questions coming in the chat right off the bat, and we will get to those. If you have questions, make sure you're tagging me at the launch pad. That really does help me out to make sure that I see those questions come in our back end so I don't miss anything. CGS3 Who? Yes, SpaceX is going to try again. I believe they said tomorrow. Yeah, Sunday, December 28th. So we will be keeping an eye on that for any more information on if they are going to be going for another launch attempt. That is currently what they are targeting. They said they had to scrub tonight to troubleshoot a ground system issue. And now are targeting the same time tomorrow. Vehicle and payload remain in a healthy condition. It was a ground support issue. So we will be live for that tomorrow. I might even be live from here in the studio. We'll see. Going to try to be down here a bit more often. But we're glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. And it's Christmas until the 1st of January. Well, my Christmas trees are still up. And they might stay up past January 1st. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Birch Moon asks, what or why are Falcon 9 launches given numbers, i.e. Falcon 9, 688 launch? So those are Starlink missions. Those aren't just Falcon 9 missions. So normally it relates to whatever the mission is. And then if there's like a group or a series of launches, then they give numbers. So like if you were just launching one TLP satellite, we might just call it TLP, or we might call it TLP1. But if you're going to launch like 10 of them, one per launch, then you might do TLP1, TLP2, TLP3. If you're going to launch, I don't know, say 100 of them, but 10 at a time, you might do TLP 1-1 and TLP 1-2 because all of them go into one group. So it kind of depends what the mission is. The companies are the ones that make the decision on what they're going to do. And yeah, we just run by that. John, the Beagle Dad says, the next sets I want are SLS, Rover, and the 747 with the Enterprise. Yeah, excited to build the Enterprise. It's the one set that I have never built yet. I do have, as you see, there is no Lego behind me. And if you're a longtime watcher of the channel, you know I have built lots of Lego. All that Lego got taken apart to move to Florida. But I'm not in Florida anymore, which means all that Lego gets to be rebuilt. So there's going to be lots of community hangout streams because... may as well go live when I'm building it or go live in Discord when I'm building it. So keep your eyes out for some last-minute streams in Discord or on here. I promise I won't spam you with Lego building streams. This is a space channel, not a Lego channel. But figured, once, twice, 3 times a month, come hang out with you guys, answer your questions, and go from there. Cap says, I remember being 30. Party till 2 a.m. and then get up at 5 and go to work and do it all over again. I wish. I don't have fun friends like that. Which, if my friends are watching, I love y'all. But y'all boring. My friends are all married. Almost all have children or are trying to have children. And, yeah, in this day and age with my generation, once you're married, you don't want single friends. So, I get to hang out with y'all in my family's basement. Family's basement, my basement. It's kind of a weird scenario right now. But yeah, I get to be 30, hang out in my basement, and build some Lego. That sounds not very successful. But you know what? It is, because it's my decision to do it, and I'm excited to do it. But yeah, Cap, that sounds fun. And I hope to have that energy. Getting that energy back slowly. Maybe one day. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. John, I missed the drone show. I'll get that next year in 4 hours. I didn't even know they were doing that. None of our team heard about it. So none of our team got to go see the awesome drone show that happened at Kennedy Space Center. But hopefully next year we'll be able to be down there. Dreamland Tales Theme Park Roblox. What is your New Year's resolution? Oh my. That is a big question. I haven't honestly thought about it. It's been a year for those that have been around. Just health, I think, would be the biggest one. Just health for my family, the family I've got left. And continued health for me on my journey. I've been very lucky for the last 3 months. Well, 2 months. What am I at? Yeah, 2 months. So just continuing on that journey. For TLP, hoping that more big doors open. There's lots of stuff I'm trying to work on. We've got some really, really big doors to open, but it's hard when everything costs money. Like when you get an email from a launch provider asking you to jump a team on a plane to come for a tour last minute, it's not cheap. And so we're working to do what we can do. And yeah, we know that's what you guys want to see. It's what we want to do and give out to you guys is take you into the field. But it's not cheap. So I would hope maybe 2026 is the year that TLP is financially stable and sound. That, you know, when a door opens, we can jump and give you guys some amazing coverage or a tour or an interview. And yeah, I think that'd be that one. Growing the team would be huge. I would really love to see more people as part of the crew, helping expand our coverage, bringing you guys better coverage. If you've been around the last couple of years, you've seen me hit a few brick walls. And when I do, we kind of pause. And I would love to, I would love to not hit a brick wall, so we can make that a personal resolution, no hitting brick walls in 2026. But I would love that if something were to happen and I needed to take a pause or step away for a few days or weeks, that TLP doesn't stop, that you guys keep getting what you guys expect. And that's more than just giving you kind of restreamed launch coverage without commentary. I wanted to see us doing commentary for streams, rolling out more cameras, more hosts, all that type of stuff, as well as expanding our space news coverage and a whole bunch of stuff planned for 2026, which isn't new. It's stuff we've talked about the last couple of years, but it's been a rough couple of years. Oh, I'm sorry, John. That's horrific. I'm so sorry. Catching up on your guys is in the chat. Matthew, hey, I'm your friend and I have plenty of room for single. Yes, but you live a very far way away from me, Matt. Background looks amazing. I appreciate it. Thanks. This is the new main set. I'm going to still do some stuff down here on the bottom. Debating if I want to hang anything on the top. I'll make a note of it. We do have the Shopify number ticker thing. So if you want to scare me tonight, go place an order. I've never been down here and live on camera and microphone with that turned on. So if you want to possibly startle me, no promises, you can go place an order. At Segway, you could go order one of our awesome 2026 calendars. Yes, I have all of them. Do I have this many walls to put them up on? Probably not, but that is okay. I'm not going to plug the Zach one. All I'll say is if for some reason you're a really big super fan and you want me on your wall a lot, there are really cool pictures of just stuff that I've gotten to do within TLP. So you can check that out on the website. All the pictures, I believe, are visible on the shop, so you can check those out. We've got our Starship one. Here, I'm going to put my keyboard down. I know y'all are here for Lego, so I need to get into that. We have our Starship calendar with some amazing pictures from our TLP rocket chasers from being out there over the last few years of flights and launches and testing. And this is one of my favorite pictures ever. Cybertruck, SpaceX, and a Starship. I mean, you can't get better. And when we took that, we were one of the last 15 people out there before that launch. That was Flight 6. If you really like Gavin's photography, he's got a whole one just of Gavin's photography. You can check that out. If you like liftoff shots, this one is just liftoff shots of many different rockets. What's really cool is we have added into... Ooh, this is going to be dark. Ooh. We do have the moon phases on there, and we have added a lot of just like space facts. So July 10th is the first commercial satellite launch, Telstar 1. Perseverance rover launched on July 30th of 2020. So those are listed on all the dates, I believe, except mine. Mine might have them. I'd have to check. We have our ignition collection of photography, which features some really awesome engine shots. I love that I'm stacking these all on top of the Lego that I'm about to have to open. And we have our launch streak one, which has some really awesome launch streaks from different places, including Vandenberg. That one's a little faint on the camera, but it is there. It looks really good in person. It's really bright in person. Streaks on the beach, different places. So if you wanted something a little more casual, that's an option there. They all have a metal frame type bracket, and all that goes into supporting our rocket chasers and our team expanding equipment. Artemis 2 is coming. It is not cheap. And yeah, we're looking at trying to get some bigger equipment rented for Artemis 2. So we are in the planning phases for that. Denise, Gavin's photos are wonderful. They are, right? What's crazy is he's not even an adult yet. But he's awesome. Zach, what happened to launch an hour ago? They scrubbed due to ground support issues. Peter Pattern says, Yo, Zach, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year from the UK. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Seed at Udi? I don't know what your name is. Can you clarify that for me so I know I say it right? Sorry about that. It is still successful. You're building a community inspiring the future. I'm 30 in a fam's basement, but learned that in this economy, we get by how we can while growing ourselves for the future. Exactly. This economy is fun. Hey, Denise, just saw this now. Jumped on. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Mike Johnson says hello from Renton, Washington. It's 34 degrees Fahrenheit there, so just above 0 Celsius. I wish. It's supposed to be 5 here. The 30th, I think it was, which is what? Probably like 38 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that's going to look like because we have about 3.5 feet of snow on top of the car, let alone the piles where we have like shoveled and snowblowed. They're more than 6 feet tall. So I'm not too sure what 5 degrees is going to look like with that amount of snow, but we'll find out. But we're here to answer your guys. Keep saying we because I'm so used to having the team here. It's me. It's just me, myself, and I in a basement on my 30th birthday. Woo, party. And we got tea. So we're living the dream. If you guys have questions, like usual, just send them in the chat. Tag me at the Launchpad. I'll work on answering those live as I answer those. We're going to attempt to build a set that got delivered. I don't even know when this got delivered. This has been sitting in my house more than half the year. We're going to attempt to build the shuttle carrier aircraft. Now, for my team that's worried, I will not be staying live until this is done. This will be a multi-part series. I will not be staying live for 12 hours. Last time we did that, we didn't do so well and ended up in ICU. So we'll be here for a couple of hours probably. Get going on this. From what I can tell, we start on the shuttle and then we work on the plane next. I kind of thought it would be the other way around. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to open this up. If you guys want to send in those first questions, I can work on answering those. Thanks, Jessica. Appreciate the birthday wishes. John, I want that one. There. So the one I'm waiting on, John, that I'm excited to have this one. Don't get me wrong. I'm living a childhood dream of the amount of Lego that I own that are all the space sets. I just need to rebuild them all because they are awesome. I'm very excited that I'm awaiting a parcel from Lego, and I don't know when it's coming. Sometime in the next 60 days of the new Star Trek Enterprise set. And the thing is huge, and I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I'm very excited for that set. Thanks, Amy. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. I'll get one of the teams should update that Dreamland. If not, I'll get it updated after the stream. So I do have a few layouts that I just really quickly pulled together for this. So I do have like a tabletop down shot that I can cut to at different times while I'm working, so you're not just only looking at my face. I also have the ability, if I did it right, to swap me out for the instructions. So I have the instructions up on my computer, so I don't have to be flicking through the book. So I'll be switching between those while I'm working on it. So bear with me as I find bag 1, because that's how we have to start this. So I'll switch to that one so you can see what's going on. I hope the volume's not too loud. Let me know if I'm loud enough. But if the Lego ever gets like really loud, let me know, and I'll try to adjust it. I don't know how I will, but I'll try. I'll stick with NASA. The Enterprise. The Enterprise was very expensive. That was my 30th birthday present to myself. There's a lot of bags in here. Lego needs to figure out how to sort. There's bag 2. We're going to need you soon, so we're going to put you over there. We need that soon. Am I lucky in finding bag 1? I also don't know if there's stickers in this set. I'm somewhat assuming that there will be. There's bag 3. Thanks, Rakison. I appreciate it. Thanks, Common Citizen. When I was a kid, Legos came in a box and you used your imagination and built what you could. Yeah, I don't think the new generations do that. They need instructions. Aha, bag 1. So we've got bags 1, 2, and 3 already found. We found the massive book, which is where we're going to find out if there are stickers. It slid far away. Is where we'll find out if there are stickers. I don't know if you guys heard that. There's bag 4. I'm seeing if I can find bag 5. And maybe that's where we'll... And there's bag 5. We're going to start with the first 5 bags, and we'll see where we get. Zach, you're going to need a bigger desk. I have so many desks. It's not even funny. I have desks in storage now at my mom's place. The issue is I have so many desks, they don't fit in this room. Right now, and I'll do a studio tour. I know I've said I was going to do a studio tour for like 4 years. I'm almost there. But right now, from my desk, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 monitors that I'm currently working on setting up and programming. And they all have a job. So we're going to, there's going to be a lot in this studio. That doesn't count the server room in the other room, and it doesn't count the second set that'll get built next year that actually is like going to be like a renovation project. So. Thanks, Denise. Thanks, Aiden. I appreciate it. Yeah, I missed if you told me how to say your name. I apologize. But the new set coming out next year, the SLS Technic, that actually like moves, is going to be really awesome. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I think it's 60 US, and yeah, I'm excited. It'll be another one I have to get. Um, but yeah, it's a smaller set, which is nice. Um, we're gonna see how this tabletop area goes. Do you want me big or do you want the tabletop area? You probably want it like that. That's probably better. And maybe we bring that up that way. Yeah. Let me know if the background music's too loud as well. I can bring that down. I need to get some more background music. I'm actually working on an album for TLP. So that'll come out in 2026. Thanks, Canada boy. I appreciate it. John, I need to get these sets. Yeah, they discontinue so many. I'm a Disney kid. Can I even say that anymore? I'm 30. I don't think I can say I'm a kid anymore. I'm not even a young adult. I'm just old. Yeah, they keep discontinuing sets that I want. Like I wanted to get the big Disney castle, the newer one. That's gone. That was for Disney's like 150 or whatever. Or 50th, not 150. 50th. I'm curious to see if they do any special sets for US 250. I think that'd be really interesting to see. Yeah, there's a lot of really good sets. Thanks, Ginger. Appreciate it. Common Citizen, happy birthday, and lots of the best wishes to you, Zach. Stay healthy, keep rocking, and keep working with 11 monitors. Awesome. Thanks, Common Citizen. I appreciate it. We're going to jump on here and figure out. Do you guys care about seeing the instructions? You can let me know in the chat. If you guys are really wanting to see those or not. I also don't know why it's not. Just give me a moment. Don't show the curtain. There we go. I was scrolling through and it wasn't. There we go. So yeah, as usual, NASA, I'll switch it to the bigger one. NASA has a bunch of information in their books that explain. I live in Canada, so they come in English and in French because they legally have to. So yeah, really cool set, shuttle and the carrier aircraft. I've been lucky enough to be inside of the carrier aircraft at Johnson Space Center. Of course, we get our beautiful orange tool. I've got, I don't know how many of these, so many, I probably can make a Christmas tree. And yeah, we dive into bag number 1. Now, do you guys want to see the instructions? Do you want me to just kind of be going through it? If I get stuck, show you the instructions? Because I don't have a triple layout. So it's kind of like you see me or you see the instructions. So, because I'm assuming you definitely want to see the desk where I'm working. And you probably want me small. Characters are just found. Yeah, there's no official Starship Lego sets yet, so we'll see. Whatever's best. Instructions are not. Okay, well, I'll have them open. Gary says, ooh, I have this set. I haven't built it yet. Well, you get a teaser. If you don't want a teaser, turn the stream off and come back later. Or just don't watch. You can listen to me, but you don't have to watch. But I'm glad you're here. Thanks for jumping on. Anything, desk. Shuttle is easy. Zach, the background music is on. Yeah, is it too loud? I can turn it down a little bit. Comment says, you are young as long as you feel so. I feel very old. After the year I've had, I feel very old. But hopefully next year will be a better year. I feel like I've said that since 2020. I locked in for 2020. I was like, it is a new year, new decade, 2020 vision. yeah, that didn't happen. But I started TLP, so I mean, I can't complain. I started TLP technically in 2020. We actually didn't start our first broadcast till 2021. Um, Actually, I think our YouTube anniversary is today or a few days. It was either like the 21st or it's today, one of the two. Um, so yeah, it's crazy. 5 years. So 5 years, 4 years. 2021 to 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 years. Yeah, it's been a journey, but super awesome. Glad I did it. It's been worth the stress. You guys are definitely worth the stress. It'll be better, Zach. Thanks, Denise. I appreciate it. Zach, you can just set automatic change every 30 seconds. I guess that's true. Do I have that on this computer? I'm not sure if I have that one on this one. I have that on... Yeah, I don't have that one programmed yet on this one. I had that on the other broadcast computer for Santa Tracker. I will be getting that onto... We're changing how we do all of our broadcasts. It won't make a difference for you guys. Well, I mean, you guys will see more things, which is exciting, and more consistency. But just how we do stuff in the back end, we'll be doing more of in the next week or so. Lots of stuff on the back end I'm trying to do. This kit I found wasn't Lego, but it looked cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of like knockoff Legos and other stuff out there these days. It's kind of crazy. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're just hanging out, answering your guys' questions. You can send them in the chat. Time to hang out as a community. Talk about the new year. We've talked about doing like a countdown to 2026. Sorry, I'm just looking at the instructions here. A countdown to 2026 broadcast. Now, like just a countdown clocks for around the world. Now, I wouldn't be live the whole time, like on it, but we could kind of do it like the Santa Tracker where there's clocks. Is that something you guys would be interested in? I don't want to flood you guys with things, but if it's something you guys would be interested in, we'd be happy to do it. It'd just have like the countdowns for each time zone, maybe a world map. Wouldn't be too crazy. Denise, Zach, it's true. Life has these hills and valleys. Things will be good for you. I appreciate it, Denise. I have experienced a very beautiful valley. I look forward to the next hill. Just smaller hills, deeper valleys, Uncle Yukon. Oh my. Are you staying on? No, I'm definitely not staying on till 10 a.m. Well, I don't know what time zone you're in, but no, I'll be here for a couple of hours at least. Birch Moon at the launch pad. Can you answer? 3 a.m. And you go, oh, where did I miss it? Can you send it again, Birch? I apologize. I'll scroll back up and see if I can find it. If you guys want me to make sure I don't miss a question, so it highlights it on my back end, can you put at the launch pad with it? That'd really help. It flags it differently in the back end. And now I will not be on until 10 a.m. Eastern. My advisor team will not allow that to happen. Whether I'd like to or not, they want to make sure I don't end up in ICU again like I did the last time I did this. So they have told me when they believe I need to get cut off, they will log in and turn off the broadcast. Now, I'm the boss. I could just turn it back on. But, no, I'll be on for a couple of hours. Just not 12 hours like last time. Though it was fun. Zach, look at your Discord server, community chat, what I got, Christmas space lamp. I'll take a look. Space chat. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. It's like the solar system, and that's awesome. That's the goal, Amy. That's the goal. I hope you're doing well. Oh, the sorry, Birchboon. I thought I did answer it. Maybe I was muted or something. Um, the numbers just happen to do with keeping track of the missions, so they don't actively really mean they're nothing super specific. So some things are just a number. So like you could have I don't know like shuttle STS whatever was just a number for the mission to keep track of missions. If you're talking like Starlinks, so like SpaceX Falcon 9, Starlink group, I don't know, 6-69. Well, the 69 is the 69th mission or 69th launch for Group 6. And Group 6 is one of 6 groups of Oort constellation parts, like the spheres in the constellation. Every mission is different, every constellation is different. When Starlink started, they used to call them just Starlinks like 1, 2, 7, 12. Now they do the groups because we're into groups. So that's just a way of tracking like exactly where it's going. It gives a little more information without giving like a full mission detail. And it's just a way of keeping track of them. If we were launching our own satellite, it could just be TLP. If we thought maybe one day we'd launch more, you could do TLP1. So example, Lunex1 that we're launching to the moon next year. That's our first mission as TLP to the moon. So we called it Lunex1 because we are pretty sure we're working on other missions. If we weren't, we would have just called it Lunex. Just like when we do our Mars mission, yeah, we're considering that. It'd be called Mars X1. Spoilers, shocking. If we were saying we were launching like 10 satellites on Lunex 1, then you might do Lunex 1 and then have like satellites under that. Or let's say we were launching 10 payloads to the moon on one mission. We might have Lunex 1-1, 1-2, 1 you know, it all depends how the company decides how they do their numbering. I appreciate it, Uncle Yukon. I'm trying to, but y'all pay the bills and y'all are a lot of fun. So I put you guys first before me a lot of the time. Aiden, will you be on tomorrow? I might be. I got church in the morning that I think I'm going to. Depends if I'm snowed in or not. And if I have a ride, I need to text someone about that. Actually, I probably should do that soon. But yeah, planning. We have the launch tomorrow night, so possibly. It kind of depends on some friends were asking. My not boring friends that I was talking about earlier want to have a business meeting tomorrow for some stuff we're working on for the shop. So I might be on tomorrow night. I might not be. We'll see. Oh, Gary, I'm so sorry. That sounds awful. We'll jump back in here. Otherwise, we'll never make any progress. We're on a whopping page 14. Woohoo. But yeah, if you're just jumping on, welcome. Answering your guys' comments and questions. You can send them in the chat. Tag me at the launch pad. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. As I kind of said earlier, it was this or hanging out watching Netflix alone for my birthday. So yeah, it's nice to at least have someone to talk to. Appreciate it. Nightbot just dropped in there the application link. If you guys have any interest in joining the team, we do have that application process open. I'm going to be resuming interviews in the next few days in the new year. We tried to do some over the last kind of week or two, but with the holidays, everyone was a lot busy. So if you applied before recently, check your emails. You probably got an email from me that was inviting you to an interview. If you didn't, feel free to email us and I can double check. And yeah, excited to grow the team for 2026. Some big stuff coming up. Big stuff. Some of it I can't even tell you about, though I want to. What is your game plan for 2026? So much. So much. I don't it's hard. I want to say a lot of the game plan. But then when I say it and we don't do it, then it feels like I'm letting you guys down. So I'll announce stuff as we can. Obviously Artemis 2, I'm going to have a couple trips probably to Europe next year. We have the big solar eclipse next fall. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up in 26, a lot of firsts for missions. Right now, the big focus is Artemis 2. Figuring that out because we're quite limited by NASA on how many people we can have on site. I know a lot of big name people even got denied from NASA, so we are very grateful that they're even allowing me to be there because especially being an international or a foreign national, they are really limiting how many of us can be out there. So I am grateful for that opportunity. Yeah. Thanks, Denise. I appreciate it. Is there a Crew 12 coming? Yep, Crew 12, Crew 13. We should have a couple Russian missions as well. They have to obviously repair their pad, but they're working on it. Thanks, GMC. I appreciate it. I'm building the space shuttle that goes with the shuttle carrier plane. It's the newest. It's not even a new Lego set anymore, but newer Lego set. I just haven't had a chance to build it. Thanks, Canada Boy. Thanks, Jared. I appreciate it. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate it. Amy, when do they start moving Artemis to 39B? We're hoping mid-January seems to be the current seems to be the current target. They aren't giving us much specifics just yet. Yeah. Keep in mind also, like I'm not saying this because I have anything that I can't say. Keep in mind there is times that we will be given information and we are told by NASA or a launch provider that we are not allowed to say anything. So we tried to share what we can when we can. But yeah, right now we have no information around Artemis. The only information we have was the Canadian Space Agency confirmed to me they're currently targeting February 6th for a 1-week launch campaign window. If they miss that, then it's a delay to the next month. So, knowing how Artemis 1 went, I kind of have a feeling that we're going to be going into the March window, not the February window. I just hope we get off before the summer. It'd be a lot easier to be out in the field for you guys when it is not blazing hot out there. It'll also be a lot better for the equipment. Thank you so much, GMC. I appreciate you sending those gifted memberships. If you got one of those memberships from him, say thank you in the chat. I need to make sure I only look at one screen at a time. Sometimes I jump a step and then it's like, oh no, I missed something. So I need to work on this. I'm trying to see. I could like uglily bring up here. Let's do this. Because then you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me adjust one thing. This copy, paste reference. Because you don't really need to see my keyboard, so I could make that even bigger. We could do this color. This isn't going to be super pretty, but it'll do the job for tonight. Where? That doesn't make... Oh, there we go. That goes there. If you know OBS, you can guess what I'm doing based on my keys. OBS. That is one thing we're working on for the new year, is expanding out into more hardware solutions if we can afford to. That's how we'll be able to bring you guys better coverage, is if we do so. Now, equipment isn't cheap, so we're going to navigate that to the best that we can, making sure that we protect TLP. Let me adjust this feed. We can bring that, make that a little bit, maybe a little bigger. Be a little less dead space. There we go. Then if we go here, boom. Now you can see the instructions that I'm looking at. Sorry about that, catching up on the chat. Dreamland Zach, you never gave us a hospital update in 1.5 months. Whoa, what would you like to know? Artemis 2 is almost ready to roll. They're doing some testing. Oh, that's awesome, I don't know how to say it. Mr. Nin? I hope it's Ninanon? Sorry about that. That's awesome that you got to see that. Good night, Cap. Thanks for being here. There we go. Now we can get back into what I was doing here. But now you guys can at least have an idea what I'm working on. This goes over here. There. There we go. Personally, in 2026, I'm hoping to catch a couple F1 races, maybe. Trying to work on that. I might do videos on that. We'll see. But I'd love to try to do a few of those, depending where I'm at. Obviously, the Miami one's a lot easier, because if I'm already down there for a launch, I can just jump down to Miami. Vegas is only a couple-hour flight for me. It's easier for me to go to Vegas than it is to Montreal. But they ain't cheap, so we'll see. Oh, boy, there's stickers. Dude, we haven't found the stickers. I probably should find those. The dreaded stickers. The Lego stickers. Oh, boy. TLP F1 team, if you can find us a sponsor. I don't have that much money. I live in my basement. I don't have that much money to do an F1 team. Says the person that's also wearing an F1 shirt that cost way too much money. There's the stickers. So yeah, there are 2 books. This is the Shuttle book, and then we have the Plane book, and it's substantially thicker than the Shuttle book. But I have them up here on digitally, so be careful with the hypergolic pieces. We will be very, very careful. We will have the... Oh, I don't have my helmet down here. I have that helmet. That one. I don't have my other helmet. I'll have to bring my other helmet down. I've worn it on one stream, and I said I was going to wear it on the next Lego stream, and I haven't done that yet. Oh, these are that's interesting. These are transparent stickers. That's interesting. A lot of the time, Lego still does like a white backing. These are all transparent. Let's see. Let's try not to ruin this. I wish Lego gave you like 2 stickers of each. If they were going to do stickers. Lego, not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor us, call me. That'll do. Said no one ever working on Shuttle. That'll do. Can we get a hospital update on everything? Which part? The Mexico hospital where I had surgery, or the hospital for last year where I was in ICU? I'm guessing you're meaning the surgery one. I'm doing good. Taking it a day at a time. I'm down 103 pounds, 104 pounds in like 160 days now. When I hit the 154 day mark, I think it was, I was 103 pounds down. Which super excited about, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But it's a long journey, a long way still to go. But grateful to have hit that milestone. It's funny because, like Denise just said it, you look great. Thanks, Denise. Everyone else sees it. I don't, which is normal. Like, I've talked to people that have gone through this. I've talked to doctors and specialists and psychologists and psychiatrists and everyone. Y'all will see it a lot sooner than I do. I see it in, like, certain things that happen, like clothes. So, like, I see it in that sense when I'm wearing clothes and shoes that I haven't worn in, like, over a decade. Which is great. Kind of sucks because all my TLP stuff doesn't work anymore, or it doesn't fit any. Like, I could wear it, but it wouldn't look good. So I have to get all new clothes, but I'm not going to buy all new clothes till I stop because I'm still dropping, and I should drop for like another year. So get used to me wearing probably the same few outfits for a while. So yeah, other people see a lot more change than I do. But excuse me, that's because I see it every day. I should have muted there. My apologies. Oh, I missed a step. My bad. But yeah, it's good. I'm glad I did it. Wasn't cheap, but it was cheaper than the US. I'm thankful for my doctor and my surgeon, Dr. Jesus Seja at Mexico Bariatric. Thanks, Jared. Thanks, Denise. Hey, Dee. Good to see you. I'm trying to think if there's any other updates on that. I can eat food. So I kind of been able to eat whatever I wanted for Christmas. The only thing is you only get so many bites. So you only get so many bites that you can actually physically have. So within that, you kind of have to decide, like, do I want that bite of mashed potatoes or do I want another bite of turkey? Well, I still need to ingest, another 80 grams of protein today. So I need to ingest more protein than I do carb. So I'm not going to have that mashed potatoes. I'm going to have that turkey. So that's one of the biggest things. It's kind of annoying. Like today, I normally would go for a movie. I would, like, for my birthday, normally there's a few friends and I would go for either Korean barbecue or for hot pot. That was kind of our routine since we were kids. Miss doing that. And a couple of them offered to do it. But the thing is, it's like $50 or $60 a person to go. And the Korean barbecue place that we go, I love it. It's great. It's a new one that we found like a year ago, maybe more. It's just not cheap, but you also only have a 2-hour time limit. And because you have that time limit, it just wouldn't work for me. Like, if we could go for 4 or 5 hours and just hang out and chat and nibble, then it'd be great. But because they literally set you a timer, like one day my friend dropped me and his wife off and he went to park the car. And we walked in and she's like, "Oh, are you guys ready?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, the other one's just parking the car." She's like, "I'll wait till he's here." And I was like, that's odd. It was my first time going there. And she's like, "Yeah, the moment I hit seat and walk you over, like the moment I hit seat, it starts the 2-hour timer." So yeah, figuring it. So normally we would do that and then have like dessert and then go see a movie or go hang out at one of their houses. But as I alluded to, they're all married. Most of them have kids. So we are all in very different stages of our lives, and I'm excited for them. But it does make it a little harder to hang out. Not much in not much that we like have in common anymore. That's the word, common. Well, that's all right. I got you guys. Still alive? Yep. Don't go for mashed potatoes. Only roast ones make See, we normally do mashed potatoes with our turkey. Sometimes we'll do roast potatoes. Kind of depends. Roast potatoes are normally like an all year round thing. Mashed potatoes we don't do as often. Hey Harvey, good to see you. Ooh, a Carhartt jacket. That's on my list of stuff I want to get once I've finished my weight loss. Sounds good, Denise. We're on to. Oops, sorry. I mean, what? How did I do that? Y'all needed to yell at me more. The chat needs to be. I need to get one of those chats that reads it out. Sorry about that. When did I cut out? I don't know what I said. What is the last thing you heard? I've probably been rambling here for a while. Y'all just sitting there yelling, we haven't heard you. Pro YouTuber right here. Pro YouTuber. I should be unmuted. It's back? Okay, good. Am I on long latency? Did I start this wrong? Oh, yeah, I started this wrong. My bad. There's quite a delay on the chat. The only way to fix it would be to restart the stream, and I don't want to ping everyone again. Next time, I'll make sure that I have it on the shorter latency. Been a while since we've done one of these. I'm trying to find a piece. I don't know where it is. There it is. Was only a few seconds. Okay. Okay, good. Oh, sorry, Uncle Yukon. What was I talking about? What should I talk about? Y'all can give me a question. You can give me a topic. It can be space related, not space related. We can treat this as like a Ask Zach Anything. I reserve the right not to answer certain questions. Because I know some of you will ask certain things, and I'm not answering those on air. But talking about Lego. Yeah, I'll either keep this kit public and then pick a kit to do as a members only, or I might start different kits publicly and then do the members only. We actually have a button now that we can turn this to a members only stream once we've started it, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of neat. This goes here. I always feel like you're not the only female, Suzanne. I promise. I've looked at our analytics recently. You are not. I promise you that. I'm actually really proud that our analytics of a STEM like space channel um, are actually not like 1 or 2% female. We actually have, depending on the stream, we can be pushing even like 10, 12%, depending on what it is for our viewership, which I would love to see that higher. But yeah, it's really cool to see that it's even at that point because statistically that should be quite a bit lower. Are 3D printed Lego bricks evil? Yes. They're not Lego then. They're knockoff Lego. That doesn't mean you shouldn't use them, but there's something about just proper Lego. Like, I know Lego's not cheap and not everyone can afford Lego, and I totally understand that, but there's something about Lego that's just perfect. Like, the click is just right. It's just right. I actually had a friend that worked at Lego for a while. Where does this goes up, huh? This is supposed to go here. Oh, I put these upside down. Hey JD, thanks for jumping on. How are the Rockies? I haven't been out there in a while. Last time I was out there was a friend's wedding. Spectrum is going to try to launch next month. We were actually hoping that one of our team was going to be out there. We sent someone, we didn't send someone. Correction, they are out there currently. We were hoping they were going to be there for the launch window, but the window keeps getting pushed, so we might not be lucky. But we'll see. We are working on some stuff to try to be there. We might not be for this one, but hopefully the future. GMC, have you been to a big launch? Assume you have. So which was the last one? Last one would have been Starship Flight 6 would have been the last biggest vehicle I saw. And then before that would have been Delta 4 Heavy. And then before that would have been SLS for Artemis 1. I was there for New Glenn Flight 1, but I was not on site for it. So I wasn't actually like on site for New Glenn Flight 1. I was in our studio at our house in Titusville. So I still saw it. I hardly even heard it. But I did get to see it, but I wasn't as up close as I was for SLS Delta 4 Heavy Starship. Delta 4 Heavy, I was thankful to be there for the second last one from the Cape. That vehicle is one of my favorites. I'm sad that it's retired. I wouldn't say I was like scared, but that's the only rocket I have been to that I was standing there watching it go and I was actually like, holy cow, how are we allowed to be here? It felt too close, especially the angle it was launching. We felt like we were really too close, but we were there with the Space Force, so we were in an approved designated area, and it was really cool. So I'm thankful that I got to see that. Oz Food Garden. I'm in Melbourne suburbs. Do you mean Melbourne, Florida, or Melbourne, Australia? Two very different places. Either way, welcome. Glad you're here. Added the United States onto the side there. Luckily, we don't have too many more stickers, actually. Like, 2 of these stickers are the base, like the 2 little stands that we'll do in one of these bags. And then the rest of this is on the shuttle. This is on the side. So I believe these are 2. So we're actually doing pretty good. There's not a ton of stickers on this set, which is nice. There'll probably be more on the plane. I wonder if some of these are on the... No, these are on the plane. The big NASA 905s. Those are on the plane, not the shuttle. Excuse me. Excuse the coughing. I haven't talked this much in a while, so vocal cords are getting warmed up. But yeah, keep sending in your guys' questions. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Making my night. I saw someone say there's something so therapeutic, I think it was, about watching someone build Lego. I totally agree. I'm trying to see who said that. I saw it, read it, and then completely didn't say it out loud. Good night, Dreamland. Sorry if I missed you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Birch, watching someone build Lego is strangely cathartic. It really is. I've watched quite a few people build it. Not this set, but like watched them build like Legos just in general. I've dived into F1 quite a bit, so I have all 10 of the smaller F1 sets. I haven't got the big F1 sets yet. I haven't figured out where I would put them, so that's why I haven't got them, but I kind of have to get them before they retire them because it's all new cars next year. So I did see that was a question that came in the chat. Someone asked thoughts on the new F1 regulations. I'm really excited. I think a lot of the time regulations are changed in racing and in other sports, and a lot of the time they're not for the best. I think these regulation changes, from my very minor understanding of Formula One, that my self-taught understanding of Formula One, I think they really try to level the playing field a lot. I think we saw that this season, that, you know, really it was down to just a few cars. The cars that were at the back of the field, you know, almost really didn't have a chance unless there was a major event. And I think the change of having like DRS is gone, and other things like that, I think are going to really hopefully open up the playing field. I know some teams stopped working on their 2025 cars like halfway through this season. So, you know, they started working on next year cars early. Some teams continued working on their this season car all the way to the last Grand Prix. So it really depends. I'm really excited. There's a lot of changes. The cars are shorter. They're shorter. They're narrower. They're fat. Whoop. Drop that one. They are faster. Hello. They're faster. Yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming in Formula One. It's one of the reasons I'm kind of hopeful to catch a race or two this season. If any of you happen to work on one of the teams, feel free to reach out. We'd love to do a collaboration video. Because I do think there's actually some crossover between F1 and space in the training. But yeah, it'd be fun just to go personally. It'd be fun to go professionally. So we'll see how the year plays out. It's not cheap. I was looking at going to Montreal because obviously that's a Canada race, so it makes sense. I probably could get media. But the race isn't that expensive. I could get like one of the club accesses right on the finish line for a few $100 for the weekend. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to say a few $100 isn't a lot of money, but a few $100 for the weekend. The hotels are like $900 a night just for the Best Western. It's actually ridiculous. Some of the nice hotels are like $1,500, $2,000 a night. And when I say nice hotels, I don't mean like JW Marriott's. I just mean like normal nice hotels. So I'm not going to be dropping $10,000 to go see an F1 race that I can watch online with the subscription that I own. But we'll see. If we hit 1 million subs, maybe it'll be a reward to do something. I'm planning after Artemis to do a cruise again. It's kind of a tradition. Once the Artemis mission ends, I jump on a ship. Well, last time the mission was still underway because the mission was actually quite a long mission. This time I'll stay on land until the mission is over, and then I'll jump on a ship for probably a week. Probably do some streaming there, because I can stream from the ships. They have Starlink now. If you haven't been on a cruise, highly recommend them. They are the cheapest way to travel these days. Either that or go to Hong Kong Disney, or not Hong Kong, Japan Disney, which I have not done. But it is now cheaper to go to Japan. Why do I keep saying Hong Kong? It is cheaper to go to Japanese Disney, Japan Disney, than it is to go to Florida Disney, which is like insane. B. Kyle Smith, what's your favorite Lego build? Ooh, that's a hard one. I think my favorite finished one excuse me. My favorite finished one would be probably the Artemis SLS, like on the pad. I really like how complete of a set that one is. If you're talking like more of a simpler set, I really do like the International Space Station. It's really complex. So probably those if you're wanting like space related sets. There's a number of sets that I would like to get or would like to have gotten that I did not get that are not space related, but yeah, space related ones, yeah. Those ones are great. I'm excited to see how this one finishes up. Love your build so far. Thanks. I appreciate it. Lots more to do. We've got to rebuild almost all of them. So, well, not almost all of them. I need to rebuild basically all of them. I've never actually finished the Perseverance rover, so I need to do that. That's at my friend's place. So yeah, lots of building in my future, which is good. It's relaxing. Biggest thing is I don't know where I'm gonna put it all. Because it doesn't really go in this studio vibe. Doesn't really fit. So we might have to put some shelves somewhere else. Like you guys might not see them all the time. But we'll see. Judith, they have Starlink. They do. Both cruise lines that I use have Starlink. I actually tried to get a tour of the ships, the last two I've been on, to take you guys behind the scenes on the cruise line showing Starlink. So something I'm continuing to work on. Though when I go, I do try to take a vacation. It's not something I'm great at. Is just not working. Especially when I walk around in TLP shirts or a TLP hat. Everyone's like, what's TLP? And then you start explaining and they're like, no way, that's awesome. And then you start talking work and then you're like, I'm in a hot tub. Like, it's kind of funny. That happened on Artemis 1. Because Artemis 1, after it launched, my best mate and I went and we jumped on a last minute week cruise, which was both of our first. And we both had blast. But both of us didn't really pack anything other than TLP stuff. Other than like, I think we both had like one nice outfit for dinners. And luckily it wasn't a formal cruise, but anytime we went out of the room, we were both decked out like head to toe in TLP gear. And it was just funny because every time we went somewhere, someone was like, what's TLP? It's like, oh, it's this, and this. We do this. You know, there's a mission to the moon right now. That's awesome. It was fun. It was neat to get to talk to a lot of people that had no clue, especially since it had only launched a few days earlier. A lot of people were already in the area, so they actually saw the launch, but a lot of people had no clue what the launch was. So it was cool to get to talk to people, show people pictures, talk about the Artemis program. But when you're paying to go on a trip, you do also want to vacation. So that doesn't mean though, like I will say this again. If you ever see me out in public, you guys are more than welcome to come up and say hello. I have absolutely nothing against that. If it's something like if I'm doing something and I can't talk, I'll very politely tell you. But yeah, you guys are more than welcome to come up, say hello, get a picture, autograph, whatever you guys want. Well, within reason. Yeah, it honestly, it makes my day when it happens. It's cool. It's happened a few times. It's a really special place to be. That's why we did the Zach calendar. Started as a joke. So far, 2 of them exist in the world. But yeah, it's cool meeting you guys out in the field, hearing from you guys what you're doing. And yeah. It is cool. But feel free, come up, say hi if you see me. If you see our team, you can say hi to them too. Can give a little spoiler for 2026. I do not have a set date when. So if you see our team in the next couple of weeks, don't expect them to have it. But we are going to start doing something where if you find our team in the field and you come up to them kind of with like a password or a phrase that you have to know, they might have something for you to get. Free little giveaway kind of thing. So certain members of our team will have that around certain missions, different things like that. So those will be collectible. They'll be different at different launches or different locations. So stay tuned for that. Denise, I'm so thankful I got to see Artemis 1. It was not cheap. I put a lot of money into Artemis 1, and I'm very grateful that it was a business expense to be there. But yeah, it was well worth every penny getting to see those SRBs fly. That was a childhood dream come true. The fact that TLP got to be part of the Artemis 1 mission as well. We were part of a tech demonstration on Artemis 1. Most people didn't know that. So I actually sent a text message to Orion when it was the furthest it was away from the moon. We posted a picture of that. That was really special. So yeah, it was really good. GMC, thank you so much. Another 5 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's so generous. Thank you. Feels like a birthday present. Doesn't go to me. Well, I mean, it sort of does. I own the company, but it goes to covering things. So I appreciate that. It does help us out a lot. Coming up with Artemis 2. Uncle Yukon, yeah, Ellie in Space went to Disney Tokyo, and yeah, Disney Tokyo. Don't get me wrong. There is something about Magic Kingdom that's incredible, but Disney Tokyo is this is the thing most people don't know about Disney Tokyo. Disney Tokyo is not Disney. Disney Tokyo is owned by a private company that has a contract with Disney to do it. So that is one of the reasons why Disney Tokyo is a little bit better. Not a little bit better, a lot better. I really want to go to Disney Tokyo. Yeah, texting Orion was incredible. I didn't get to go to like one of the facilities that they had like the celebrities go to that got to like speak to it. But the fact that I got to send a message and I have a picture of my text message displayed on a screen in Orion with the data of like how far away it is from Earth with the mission clock. It's something that I'm actually working to get framed for in the studio, but probably also one for even just in my bedroom. It was that is hands down one of the highlights of my career so far. Not that I really have a career in spaceflight. I work in media, but that was hands down one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do. And didn't think it would actually happen. So we're appreciate the team that allowed that to happen, made that happen. Was actually something that was open to quite a few people, just not a lot of people knew about it. So we were lucky to sign up and get to do it. So it was really cool. But yeah, you guys getting those gifted memberships, make sure you say thanks to GMC. If you'd like to become a member, you can hit the join button. 99 cents a month gets you access to those custom TLP launch emotes. It'll also get you access to the upcoming member streams where I guess I could say this. I could announce something tonight if we want to. Do you guys want to be the first to know something? I don't have an exact date yet, but I have a rough date. Let me know if I should spill some beans in the chat. Something you guys have been asking for a while. Did I do that wrong? That goes like that. Yeah, I did that wrong. Moonbeam's name flew on Artemis. That's awesome. Mine did as well. Made sure we got. Oh. Saved it on the bin. Bunch of my family, made sure all my family's names flew. If you haven't signed up, Artemis 2, they're doing the same thing. You can send your name on Artemis 2 for free. You have to find NASA's website to do it. That's really awesome. I appreciate you saying that, Oz Food Garden. That you work in space media, bringing it to the people. That's an important thing. I appreciate that. It's a lot of work. People don't realize how much work it is. It's quite exhausting, but it is well worth it. I still remember the day I got a message from someone's parent, actually. I don't think their kid knows that they sent us a message. But someone's parent sent us a message that their kid was not great in school. And they found our channel and got excited about spaceflight. And they wanted to work in the space industry. And ever since, their grades started going up and they actually got accepted into college. That was really, really cool to hear. Like, that makes so many of the middle of the night, all night streams, no sleep days right there makes it worth it. So that was really cool. Judith says, spell it, please. Well, there's a certain thing that's been missing for a little while, which was our website. I was beta testing our new website today, and it's got a couple little things that we're tweaking. And then phase 1 of our brand new web platform will come out. I don't want to say an exact date because then y'all will hold me to it. And then if we miss that, I'll feel bad. But I will say we will have an all-new website and an all-new app for both Android and iOS. And those will be out before Artemis 1 launches. The website of the launch calendar portion of the rollout will be out in the next 2 weeks. And then the app will shortly follow after. So yeah, really, really excited. Been working on it for months. We are phasing its rollout to make sure that when we release it, it is right and it is ready. We don't want to release something that's not ready. So make sure you stay tuned to that. When I say we're going to phase it, we have plans for expansion that run all the way now until the end of 2026 with a basically we're going to try to roll out a new section, feature, system, something. And we are going to try to do that every sorry, I'm just also trying to figure out what I'm doing here. We're going to try to do that every month or two. So lots in the works. And stay tuned to that. Some of those things we will release to members early. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Keep your memberships active. We're going to do some member testing on some things. If you want to help us with the platform, sign up to be part of the team. They get alpha access. Members get beta access. So yeah, super excited that we are almost ready to launch it. It's been a long time coming. A long time. Sorry. That was terrible. Taylor reference. But yeah, super excited that it's almost ready. Denise, she's listening. Oh no. I think I did that right. Yeah, there we go. If you can name the reference of that song that I just started humming, let me know in the chat. It's good to hear when kids buy me see Falcon 9s fly overhead and get excited. I hope space is in the future for them. Yeah, that's awesome. When I hope one day when I fly, I don't know when that's going to be, but I hope one day that we can do like a big party after. We'll do, a special invite kind of thing for people that have been here for a long time. You guys can come and see me once I've come home. Oh, we got more stickers. Here we go. Some annoying stickers. You had an ad, you didn't hear the song. Oh boy. It's okay. You didn't miss much. My voice is changing. It was not my good singing voice. Used to have one when I was a kid, but maybe one day. That's straight enough, right? Yeah. There we go. What was your ad about, Denise? I always find it funny to hear what ads you guys get. Because I don't get to pick them. I get to say what type of ads we allow. So, like, I can say, like, we don't want political ads and stuff, but I can't turn, like, specific ads on or off or trigger them. I can say, like, insert ad, but that's all I can really do. And I would turn the political ones off because I know just no one wants those, but they kind of are the ones that pay the best. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Can't believe we've been live already an hour and a half. Wow. See, this is how I ended up being live for 12 hours last time because it doesn't feel like it's that long. I think we'll finish the shuttle tonight, and then I think that kind of will give us a good stopping point. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. I know it's getting late for those on the East Coast. It's middle of the night for our friends in Europe, in the UK. But I'd love to hear from you guys if any of you still here. What type of stuff would you like to see from TLP this year coming up? I know we just did that big survey, and I appreciate you guys. If you haven't done it, the survey's still up. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What would you like to see that we aren't doing? What are we doing that you'd like to see us not stop doing? All that kind of stuff. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks, Denise. I appreciate it. It's 3 p.m. in Australia. I'm glad you're here, D. Originally, I was going to start this, and then I thought I'd jump over to Discord for like a second half. I don't know if we'll still do that. If you guys want me to do that, we could do that. I am trying to get into Discord at least a couple times a week, hang out with you guys. I only get to do this because of you guys, so it's always fun getting to hang out with you guys. So, I mean, that is an option. We could wrap this sooner and head over there for the community, or keep going, hang out in there later, hang out in there tomorrow. I should quickly check my phone for a text message that I got earlier. It might be about church in the morning. Thanks, D. Oh, thanks for singing. I appreciate it. GMC, have you built that one before, or are you looking at instructions? Some Lego these days isn't. Oh, I see why you're asking me. I've been rotating pages, and it's been frozen since I think I put that screen up. Why is it? Yeah, there. I don't know why this is acting up. So I've been rotating pages, and I guess if I don't rotate them fast enough, you guys haven't seen them moving. My bad. I thought you guys could see the instructions this whole time. I apologize. Thanks for saying something. I can't get Discord. Why can't you get Discord? Does it not work in Australia? I'm sure it does. It's totally okay if you just don't want to get Discord. I understand that. I actually just purged my Discord. So if you ever saw me in other servers, you might not now. I went from something like, I can't remember how many servers I had. It was an insane amount. I think I was in like 80 some servers. I'm now in 4, 2 of which are TLP servers. That sounds dangerous, Matt, but sounds good. Let's see, this is update. Okay, there we go. We're going to bag 3. We have a few extra pieces. I hope I didn't miss something. But we're moving on to bag 3, continuing on the engines. It doesn't connect on my phone. Oh, weird. GMC near 4 a.m. here. Bedtime soon for you. You must be over in England. Thanks for hanging out into the middle of the night. I appreciate it. You were awesome. Bag 3. Do we like this angle? Do we like the side angle? I know it's not a top down, but sure it could be better, but angle is great. Scotland, awesome. The tiny bit I got to see when I was there last time was great. I flew out of Edinburgh. So I was at a hotel out by the airport in Edinburgh overnight. Hotel was nice, except that they didn't give me everything I was supposed to get with my booking. I was supposed to get dinner, and then they were like booked for some reason. Like they were like, oh, we have too many people. But I'm like, I already paid for dinner. So then they gave me dinner, and then I showed up for breakfast in the morning at the time that they said they'd open for breakfast, and there was just no one there. So I paid for like a combo breakfast, like pack. So like if you bought dinner and breakfast, it was cheaper. So I did that, and then I ended up having to leave because they just never opened for breakfast. And that was unfortunate. Dinner was good though. Dinner was delicious. I'm not gonna name which hotel it was. The angle gives you a better view of the features. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What's funny is this is an old iPhone. Wow, my hands look awful. Ooh, sorry. But yeah, no, I'm excited to hopefully get back over the pond a couple of times this year. Working on a few things. For those that were talking about Discord, if you don't have Discord on your phone, they do have a desktop app. You also can access it via a like computer. You can download Discord, or you can actually access it like in a browser. Let's go this way. Yeah. How does that go in there? This, I feel like this should have been put in earlier. Nice, Uncle Yukon. Love a big ship. That is something I would love to sail on one day. I wish they do. I don't know if they still do them or not. Maybe you can tell me. But do they still do like Tiger Cruises or anything? That was a movie like as a kid I was obsessed with, was Tiger Cruise. Quite not obsessed. That's a poor choice of words, especially on the topic of what happened during that video. But the idea of a Tiger Cruise in the Disney movie was really, really cool. And I think a lot of people would have a lot more respect for the military if they had those type of opportunities to have brief experiences seeing what the men and women do on board. A lot of people don't. Ooh, we get to put on like a bridge thing. There we go. They're coming along. That's the start of the cargo bay. Now we're going to start building up the sides of the cargo bay. There's a lot of these, and I only see... Oh, there's more. Okay. I better go do some real work instead of watching Lego building. Have fun. No, you don't need to go. No, who needs to do real work? You're still on vacation, right? It's still the holidays. We're in that awkward period of like, what is it? No one really knows. It's not New Year's, but it's not Christmas. Now you know it's Zach's birthday. So you're still on vacation. No, I totally understand. If you need to get some work done, thanks for jumping in. This stream will stay up. I don't hide our streams. So if you want to follow along, see how the build went later, feel free to jump in. If not, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for being here, Oz Food Garden. For everyone still here, I'm not jumping off just yet. Still got ways to go. Want to finish the shuttle tonight, I think. Be a nice present to myself. That's the truth about getting old, isn't it? That you just buy yourselves presents. I don't know the last time someone surprised me with a gift. Actually, I do. It was my friend Kyle who did leather work. And he made me a journal, which was gorgeous. That was also 11 years ago. I've probably had some other surprises since. But, like, big, oh my goodness, surprise. Been a while. I cannot find the one piece. There it is. It's Saturday, no work on Saturday. Right? Yeah, back to work on the 5th. Happy days. Nice, GMC. I quit working 21 and a half years ago, retired. Yeah, that would be nice. I don't get to do that just yet. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be able to be lucky and retire early. But I don't think I wasn't raised with that. Like, I not that I wasn't raised with that mindset, but like I was raised wanting to work. So like even if I retire early officially, I'll probably volunteer somewhere. I can't imagine not working in some way. Probably be different if I had a family, but right now, not at least. This is the Shuttle Enterprise. This goes on top of the Boeing Shuttle Carrier aircraft, which will probably be part 2 of this building series. I don't know when we'll do that. We'll try to do it. I mean, we can try to do it before New Year's. Maybe we even just do it on New Year's. We could do part 2. I don't have New Year's plans currently, so. Again, all my friends, married and children, they don't party on New Year's anymore. Thanks, Food Garden. I appreciate it. We'll see you later, man. Need to charge the phone. We'll listen off chat right now. Thanks, Denise. I appreciate it. Real Golden Horizon. I just saw Atlantis today at KC. I love Atlantis. That is hands down one of the coolest exhibits I've seen in my life. I don't love all of KSC. Don't get me wrong. There's parts of it that can improve. But I do really love Atlantis. That was well done. If you haven't been there, that is definitely a place to go in the future for anyone that hasn't been to KSC since they had the Atlantis exhibit. I don't really like the new Gateway exhibit. I think feels just kind of cheap and thrown together. It's not the same level as Atlantis or Saturn V, but it's designed that they can update it. So maybe one day it'll be better, like when they get more in it. But right now, not my jam. Not that it's bad. It's not that it's bad. It's just it isn't the same level. So it's actually a quick set. I'm actually quite like, I mean, we're only on bag 3 and I think there's like 18 bags or something. So the plane has a lot, which doesn't surprise me because the plane has to support this shuttle on top of it. So it's going to be pretty solid. But But I'm actually surprised, like, the shuttle goes pretty fast. The plane might even have to be 2 parts. And my thing is not updating again, so you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Maybe if I leave it on this, like, edit screen, maybe it'll keep working for you guys. If the instructions don't update and you see me reach, like, for my mouse, let me know so you guys can see the instructions if you care. If you don't care, that's totally fine too. That goes on like that. Goes on like that. Oh, this is the nose. Cool. Does it click on to anything? Oh, that clicks on. Okay. There we go. Could you guys see me do that? I think that was on screen. Yeah. So that just slid in and clicked on the side. That's cool, Denise. I was lucky enough to go to Edwards, but I was never there for a landing. We were supposed to be, but then they delayed the return, or they moved it to Florida. I can't remember. That's awesome. Never got to see a shuttle fly. One regret in life. But that's okay. I've gotten to see a lot of other things fly, and I'm very lucky for that. And who knows? One day we'll have shuttle again. Might be little shuttle Dream Chaser. Might be something else. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, we take this, and then we take the opposite one of those. This one. No. This one. We put that on there. We put this one on top. But then you're mechanically inclined, right? See, if you see the instructions, that's when you're going to call me out like, Zach, you're building it wrong. It wouldn't be the first time that I've built it wrong on stream and been corrected by the chat. Yeah, I remember watching Columbia too. I was lucky. Poor choice of words there. Apologies. But I was lucky enough to be old enough that I remember it. I'm thankful that I wished we didn't lose them, but I'm thankful that I was old enough to remember their sacrifice, that I can actually speak on it, and I remember the emotional impact of watching it live on TV. I wasn't alive during Challenger, but watching Columbia and watching some of the other events, 9/11 and things like that, I'm thankful. That's the better word. I'm thankful that I was old enough that I remember them, that I can speak on what I remember and the emotion and the change. And yeah, like when I went out to the Apollo 1 memorial at the launch site, it was hard to be there because it's such a historic site and it's such a sad site. That was us reaching to the moon for the first time, and we lost a crew. And I made sure that was the first thing I did when I got there, was to pay respects. Almost every other media organization's people just ran out and were worried about setting up their cameras. Now, many of them had been out there before, but to me, that was a memorial, not, I was shocked we were allowed to have cameras set up there. I am thankful that they did tell people no to setting things up in some places, but yeah. That was the first thing. I didn't even set up a camera. I just went out and paid my respects. That was quite an honor to be at that facility. Or that, not facility, launch pad. especially as a foreign national. Actually, one of my favorite pictures I have of me. And I don't like pictures of myself, so I have a couple pictures I took out there, or someone took of me out there. Did it freeze again? I think it froze again. I think it freezes if I stay still too long. I love that I kept saying I need to check my phone and I still haven't done it. I need to do that. Did I miss a step? Nope, I just put a piece in the wrong spot. See, this is why you can't rush things. That's better. Exactly, GMC. Exactly. Yeah, it's actually because I saw that live. It's actually a reason why TLP has a protocol for those type of things. That if we're in the field, we the hosts have to have an all black outfit. Gosh forbid something happens. That we don't want to be live. You know, I don't want to be live in a bright red shirt. And I don't even want to say the words, but it's going to be honest. When we lose a crew, we are going to lose one. It will happen in my career. It'll probably happen multiple times in my career, unfortunately. But we have protocol, and we will always have protocol, all of our team, on what that's like. We were prepared for Artemis. We even had it ready for Artemis 1 in case something happened. But anytime a crew flies, we have some systems built to be ready. You actually, if you were here when the Queen passed, you kind of got a preview of what some of those are. We're adding the little windshield. She is starting to look like a shuttle. This is cool. I think we're going to finish the shuttle, other than the engines, in this bag. Have a delay, you mean? What do you mean? Sorry. Not what I was trying to do, but it did the job. Boop the nose. I think that was in the shot. Trying to make sure. Where there? Oh my goodness, we have more stickers. We have a NASA and we have an Enterprise. Oh, we have 4 stickers we're about to do. Okay. These are a little easier because it's a bigger piece. The transparent also helps. To be honest, no. We don't add a delay because I think it's wrong to add a delay in that case. We do not have the we're not, yeah. What am I trying to say? We don't normally add a delay for crew missions. And the reason we don't is you're going to see it one way or another. and I would talk to someone at a certain launch provider. I'm not going to say who, the person or the provider, but they had a policy that if something failed, they didn't cut to their logo. They let you watch the failure happen. And the reason they do that is, let's say you have a rocket and it explodes. What's the last thing you want to etch into people's minds is the company branding. So you let them watch it happen. And then you cut to black at either end, or you have commentary, or you do like there's ways of doing it that is better. And I really agree with that. And gosh forbid it's something like a failure with a crew mission. It is going to be impossible for you not to see it. So we need to pause and we need to show respect, but it's also our job to show you what's happening. But show you so with respect. So like there's certain things we wouldn't show if we could see, like if we see something that we don't think is family friendly, we're not going to show it. But yeah. See you later, Judith. Have a good night. We probably won't be. We're almost done. It's just the engines after this. So yeah, there's certain things in that we've thought about, or I've thought about. Within reason. I mean, it's hard. In the moment, we'd make decisions too, right? Because we can plan for a lot, but there's some stuff you just can't plan for. So one of the reasons we're actually building some of the new systems is for if something were to happen with us in the field, building systems that our broadcasts don't have to get cut if we lose internet or power or have to run for cover, that we can do them differently, even just from a cell phone. I see something. Do you? What do you see not family friendly? Is it the space shuttle's rear end? It looks like a face. Face, nose. It's almost like a snowman. Or a really weird Yoda. And if you're talking about me, you can politely show yourself the door. Or one of my wonderful moderators will do that for you. Those could have been done differently. That is cool though. Like you can open the cargo bay. And you can close it. It's a little sticky. But it does work. Oh, yes, it does look like Johnny 5. Oh my goodness. How did I knew it looked familiar. It really does look like Johnny 5. We're going to do a poll. And I know my team is going to be like, this is how you got hurt last time. Do we do bag 4? Bag 4, I'm pretty sure, is the end of Shuttle. So it's not going to be that long. We are just hitting the 2-hour mark. Do you think we should do bag 4? Or should I wrap it and we do a part 2 where we finish Shuttle and continue? Oh, we still have to do all the wheels and stuff too. So let me know in the chat. I guarantee you 2 of my mods at least are shaking their head. Oh, it does look like ET as well. 2 of my mods are shaking their head being Zach, we talked about this. This is not what we do. The community decides some things, but not everything. It's your channel. You make the rules. Tempt, happy birthday. You're very inspirational. Don't ever give up. Keep growing. I'm about 50, but you inspire me. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. I appreciate you saying that. It means a lot. It's been a year. It's been a rough year. We're gonna keep going. In both ways, TLP wise and bag 4. And we'll get through bag 4 and then we'll wrap it there because I will be about done my tea. And when I run out of tea, I will have nothing to hydrate the vocal cords. Oh, and that instruction thing froze again. So we will do bag 4 and then we will conclude our evening. So still lots of time to send in some questions if you have any. Otherwise, it's a very quiet Q&A and it's just me sitting here building Lego. I can't have Kool-Aid anymore. I can't have a lot of things anymore. No sugar, no caffeine, little carbs, low calories, high protein, low fat, no carbonation, no alcohol, no popcorn, no seeds, bunch of other stuff. It's worth it though. Well, it will be worth it eventually in the long run. Here we go. Bag 4. There's no I think there is in the States. We don't get near as much of the sugar-free stuff up here. And unfortunately, it is very expensive to import stuff these days. Like I got 3 shirts and I had to pay like $30 in border fees. And I've never really had to do that in my life, and I do now. So even my calendars, because we shipped them to one of our team and then shipped them up, we had to pay like import fees and stuff. Why am I not seeing a part already? It's like a huge piece. How do I not see it? There it is. See if I complain it is. Yeah, US Amazon has a lot more. Canada Amazon has a lot of stuff, but a lot of it still has import fees or it's really long ship times. Like I ordered a shoehorn that was supposed to be here for Christmas, like 10 days before Christmas. It still isn't here. And it was supposed to be like 2-day shipping. So I have a bunch of Crystal Light, so I do enjoy those, but they get old. Oh, because I'm not supposed to do lemonade either. Yeah, bunch of rules. That's too big. There it is. Rotate. And this goes here. So it's a very complex piece, and I have no idea what this is for. Any guesses? If you've built this set, no cheating. Any guesses what this part is for? I don't even think the instructions say. No, they don't. I like that on some sets they show you like what you're building, but this one they do not. Yes, it does take longer now to clear customs as well. Unfortunately. I'm thankful I have my US visa. Does still make it a little bit easier to travel into the States, but spoilers, there's what it's building. Still an effort. Not as easy it used to be, unfortunately. When I was a kid, it was just super easy. It was almost like you weren't even going to another country. Or at least that's how it felt to me. Because we went quite often. So. Yeah, base for the engines. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. Now we're building the engines. Oh, they even gimbal. That's cool. We are going to do the wheels here. I do see that we have little tire things. What went wrong with the Hangout Nano? I haven't heard anything. It had an anomaly during max Q. So that is one of the hardest parts of flight. We almost lost almost every single shuttle at max Q. So these can gimbal a lot more than the real shuttle. The real shuttle could, do a little bit, but it could not flare like that for what I know. They were much more rigid in kind of that orientation. Hey, we're going to do the wheels. I thought the wheels would be a lot more complex than this, but nope. This goes in front. There we go. And then these go on the here. Yeah. Good night, GMC. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all the gifted memberships, too. I really appreciate that support. You're amazing. The engine could act as an RCS. Exactly. I need to find the little... Is it these? Yeah. Now I need to build all the wheels. I realize I've been building off screen. My apologies. Ooh, they spin. That's nice. Nice little detail. Yeah, Hangout Nano is planning to do hopefully another one next year. So we will see how quickly they get back out there. Don't want them to rush. Want them to have some success. Takes time. But if they know exactly what caused the failure from data, then they might be able to get out there faster. All just depends what caused it. I'll reach out, see if we can get an interview. Oh, these are tight. There we go. We have wheels. And you guys didn't even see the instructions for the wheels because this thing isn't working. Now we flip it over and we have a drivable shuttle. Now we're going to work on the tail. See there, this one, if you look up here on the instructions, there's a little white image and it shows you what you're building. There we go. Yeah, but this is going to definitely be my last bag for the night. Can feel the body telling me to stop. So I'll finish this because this won't take too long. But yeah, appreciate you all being here. If you still have questions, still time to send them in. We'll try to do another one of these before New Year's. That's a big question, Temp. A lot of people have been wondering that, especially since he has left ULA for Blue Origin, and Blue Origin was one of the ones that had the biggest bid, had a bid in for New Glen, or for ULA, excuse me. Let me say that again. Tory Bruno is no longer the CEO of ULA. He stepped down, and 2 days later, it was announced by Blue Origin and Tory Bruno that he is taking over their national security division at Blue Origin. Now, that's a big question on what happens to ULA because Blue Origin is trying to buy ULA. So I don't know how that'll all go, but we are probably seeing the end of days for ULA possibly on the roll. But there's a lot that has to go into actually selling, especially the government contracts, right? Like government contracts are handed out years and years and years ahead of a launch. So I don't know what that would look like. Like, would ULA have to finish all of its current contracts? Would they recompete them? Yeah, a lot of questions. I unfortunately do not have those answers for you. I just have my speculation, which I do try not to do. You guys come to us because you want fact, so I do try not to speculate. Or if I do, I try to make it clear that I am speculating. But yeah, I'd be surprised if ULA is still around by the end of the decade at its current rate. But we'll see. There's always a chance that they have a big change and swing, and maybe the new CEO will take ULA in a whole new direction, and I hope so. I wish all the best for them. It is kind of sad that Tory's gone. I'm hoping we'll still hear from him a lot. I hope he'll be allowed to still like tweet and stuff. He does make space Twitter a lot more fun. So, Tori, if for some reason you're watching, we appreciate you. Appreciate all that you have done and all that you're going to do at Blue. There we go. Haha, we have a tail. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, you can't see because my thing's frozen again. There we go. So it says we can take the wheels off and they can be stored inside of the cargo bay. Not at all what the real shuttle did, but that's what they're showing. And the engines can come off. Oh, I forgot about this. So the engines come off because there's another piece we're going to build here, which is the cone that goes on the back of the shuttle when it was flying. Now, real world, they didn't take the engines off. The cone went on over the engines, but for the kit, they have made it that you pop the engines off and probably put them in the cargo bay. That's an interesting way of doing it. So yeah. Keep forgetting I'm not on the screen here. Sorry about that. Stomach's hurting a little bit, so I'm working and holding at the same time. If you're still here and still have the ability to type in the chat, can you type hello? I just had an idea, and I'm debating if I want to ask y'all's opinion, but it all depends if there's enough people here. Ooh. Hi, Matt. Thanks for being here. Hey, y'all. Cool. Y'all so quiet on me. Thinking about ways we can provide you guys more, how to build the community more, because space is better together. Do you guys want like in-person stuff? Or do you prefer like more things be online based? Like community Zoom based or Discord based or rolling some ideas around in my mind. It's getting late. These are when the dangerous ideas happen. No worries, Common Citizen. No worries at all. I will be taking a very extended 5 to 10 minute break shortly. Where does... Oh, that goes there. Okay. Live chats like this are good. Okay, cool. I always worry about them because, like, I don't feel like I'm giving you guys anything. So I worry that I'm providing what you guys want, I guess. But if you guys are happy with these, then I'm more than happy to do them. I just want to make you guys happy. Yes, meetups. Hey, DCF. All of the above. I wish I could clone myself to do all of the above. Maybe one day. Maybe one day you'll be able to get your Zach Optimus bot and you can have your own Zach in your house. That's kind of scary to think about. Maybe let's not think about that. But you can get a calendar of me if you really want me in your house. Still can't believe that's a real thing. Even though I'm the one that made it. That's the funny part. I'm the one that made the thing. I have to do some signed ones. That's awesome, DCF. No worries at all. Appreciate you even just being here in the chat and listening and watching. I know this was a no notice stream, so. And lots of people still recovering from the holidays. This is a really interesting build. If you have not joined our Discord yet and you have Discord, definitely make sure you do that. I am trying to do some members hangouts. Well, not even member hangouts, correction, excuse me. Community hangouts in there now and then. So but we're going to build another one of these. So that's going on there. So see, it's kind of creating this cone, which goes back there. And this was to help with the transportation of Shuttle when they had to fly it back. Because they could not just fly Shuttle. They had to put it on a plane. Oh, that's cool. That's how they're going to cover that middle part. I have this blue piece. I feel like they make it look like it covers a lot more than it actually does. Ooh. It doesn't actually click on there very well. Oh, does that go in there? Oh, okay. I mean, that fills it in more, but it's only on one peg, so it's a little loose. A little looser than I would like normally. Oh, this might hold it on better. Not really, but at least, yeah, that'll hold it on a bit more. Then we flip this around. We build another little thing. And then we'll be done, the shuttle. Now, let me know in the chat. Should we display this with the engines, or do you want me to display it in the flight ready configuration? And last call for questions. So we are going to wrap up here next couple of minutes. More extra pieces. Need to figure out where to put those. So they say, ooh, Miko. So how do I take this off? They say this piece there. Wait, let me make sure you can see. So this piece here pulls out, and then they've built it that this piece make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, that goes in there. Oh, if you want to do it, you have to take the two little RCS engines off. Oh, that's cool. They've made it. Oh, that's what they've done. Okay. So they've made it that everything fits inside of here. That's cool. So you at least don't risk losing them. It would help if you put them in the right order. That's cool. Not at all real world, but it's a cool idea. I realize you can hardly see that. Sorry. So the engines pop off. And then this pops in here. Ooh. Like this. I don't see a spot for the RCS thrusters. So I guess they just go in loosely. Now, I haven't taken the wheels off, so I'm going to not take them off right now. And then this slides on. Woo! Engines on. Flight ready until the 747 is built. Not a bad idea. I just want to see what this looks like. So here's a configuration we rarely saw it in, which was, whoa! That, I don't like how that piece is attached. That is very weak. I'm going to have to get some like Lego glue. I said I was going to do that before I built another one of these, and then I didn't. I do not like this part. I don't think this was built well. Yeah, this was poorly designed. This could have been a big custom piece or something. There we go. That's better. There. Now that goes on. But that doesn't even like click well. It's like one peg. But there we go. That is the space shuttle. I didn't think I was going to get that far today, but we did. I'm trying to show that. There we go. How about I do this instead? There's the space shuttle with that back piece on it. I think that'll look better once it's on the plane. And that's what I'll take I mean, I can take the wheels off now. And it won't roll off the table. Put it back down here. This opens. And it looked like they said these just go. Whoa. I appreciate that they didn't just throw these in there. Like, they're not just, like, loose. They're a little hard to click in. You need to use your tool. But you do that, you do that. Then you do that. There's the wheels. And then you can close the cargo bay. Then everything's safe. I kind of wish they had something to keep this sealed, because these are openable. So I might find some white pegs or some white bricks, excuse me. Just like a 1x2, or maybe I can get one that's like 3x2 and 3x2 just to finish that cleanly off. That way this stays closed. But there we go. Shuttle in recovery orientation. This is the third Lego shuttle that I've ever owned. I owned one when I was a kid, and then I bought it used to rebuild it when I was older. It's massive. And then we have the big Discovery Lego one, and then we have this one. So the next broadcast is when we will. Do they have a picture of it? They should. So next broadcast is when we build the plane. and the stand. And that is what we will end up with at the end. So if we look at how long today took, 2.5 hours, I'd probably say that the plane is going to be 6. For you young ones in the chat, I'll even do it. 6, 7. Kind of depends what the internals of the body are like, how solid it is. And then like the wings. So much thicker book, about 3 times the thickness of Shuttle. Ooh. Yeah, it's going to have some density. Oh, because it actually has like active wheels and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a dense build, but it'll be cool. I'm excited for it. I do not have an exact date when we will do this. If I don't go out tomorrow, maybe we'll start it tomorrow. Maybe we'll even just do the whole thing tomorrow. I'm not too sure. Depends. We also have that launch tomorrow night, so kind of depends if that holds on the schedule or not. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I know not a normal stream. We're gonna try to. I'm gonna try to do more of these community hangouts. I wouldn't get to do what I get to do if it wasn't for you guys. So I do want to try to give back to more on that, to just the community in general, but also to members. So there'll be a mix of the two. If you haven't joined us over on the TLP Discord, make sure you do so. The link's there in the chat and in the description. If you're interested in joining our team, those applications are still open. And yeah, I'll be getting into those interviews again here in the near future. Probably this week. Maybe I'll wait till after New Year's. And yeah, big stuff planned for 2026. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Hanging out for my 30th birthday party that, surprise, you were all invited. It was nice to not just be sitting alone all night doing Lego or watching TV, but getting to chat with some of you guys here. If you're watching in the replay, drop a comment in the chat that you made it all the way to this point on the replay, and I'll try to do some responding to those. And yeah, stay tuned to the launch schedule. We're pre-scheduling streams as soon as we can to help them stay up to date about a week out on launches. And stay tuned. Our new website, platform, and app are all going to start rolling out in the coming weeks as well. Super excited about that. Lots of things coming for TLP in 2026. If it was your first time here, welcome. My name is Zach. I'm the founder and host here at the Launchpad Network. Here at TLP, it's our mission to inform and inspire the explorers of tomorrow because we believe that space is better together. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. Thank you for all of your support of what I do here at TLP. I appreciate it. Excited to try to take it to the next level this year and maybe do what we were supposed to do, wanting to do in 2025 and the plans for 2026 all within a year. So lots of stuff coming. I appreciate you guys. I love your guys' support. I love you guys. And I'll see you in the next stream. Have a good night.